Nation gears up for the world's largest vaccination drive beginning Saturday as more consignments continue to reach various parts of the country. Covaxin consignments reach Delhi from Hyderabad. The first phase of the vaccination will see 3 crore healthcare and frontline workers being inoculated. The Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana completes 5 years of operations today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says the scheme is an important initiative to secure hard-working farmers from the vagaries of nature, and it has increased coverage, mitigated risk and benefited crores of farmers. The Prime Minister congratulates all beneficiaries of the scheme. The cabinet expansion of B.S. Yediyurappa's government in Karnataka takes place. 7 new faces inducted. Orina's district collector and superintendent of police removed with immediate effect in connection with the matter of deaths due to poisonous liquor. Decision taken after Madhya Pradesh's Shivraj Singh Chauhan government holds a high-level meeting over the incident, accounting for the loss of lives due to consumption of poisonous liquor yesterday. Prasar Bharati clarifies that no All India radio station is being closed anywhere in any state of the country. Taking a serious note of false reporting and fake news claiming the closure of all India radio stations by various media outlets across India, Prasar Bharati makes it clear that these reports are baseless and factually incorrect. The lower chamber of the U.S. legislature passes a resolution to request the Vice President Mike Pence, asking him to invoke 25th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution to remove President Trump from power. The chamber will meet on tomorrow, that is, at 7:30 p.m. India time to take up the impeachment vote against Trump. Tokyo 2020 Olympics will be held on July 23 this year, with or without COVID-19 as planned. Tokyo 2020 Organizing Committee President Yoshiro Mori says that the Games will not be put off to 2024 or even 2032, as the rumors are saying doing the rounds. The Harvest Festival of North India, Lohri, is being celebrated today. President Ramnath Kovind extends his greetings to citizens on the occasion of the festival of Lohri today. Prime Minister greets countrymen on the occasion of Bhogi. Namaskar and welcome to the news. My name is Mark Lynn. Here's our top story. The world's biggest inoculation drive is set to begin in India from Saturday, the 16th of January. The process of delivering consignments of vaccines, COVID-19 vaccines, at regional distribution hubs in different parts of the country, in different states, began yesterday. Nearly 55 lakh doses have already been delivered yesterday itself, and all the vaccines will reach their respective destinations by tomorrow. A Vistara flight reached Delhi airport today with the second consignment of the Bharat Biotech vaccine, Covaxin, and earlier, in fact, this morning, the first consignment of Covaxin arrived for Delhi in an Indian Airlines, in an Air India flight from Hyderabad. The first consignment of vaccine arrived in the national capital yesterday. And the wait for the corona vaccine ended in Jharkhand as well. A vaccine manufactured by the Pune-based Serum Institute of India was brought to Ranchi this morning by a special cargo plane. The vaccine was taken to the RCH Vaccine Center in Namkum of Ranchi, and arrangements were made there to see that the vaccines are sent to different districts. The vaccination will begin on the 16th of January nationwide simultaneously. Each of these contains 10 dosage of the vaccine, and the maximum dosage, maximum area that will be covered is given to Ranchi's East Singhbhum district, and preparations have been completed in Ranchi district regarding the vaccination. There is a proper preparation in place for the storage and distribution of the vaccine at Sadar Hospital. Deep freezer has been installed, which will maintain the cold chain. And the first batch of COVID vaccine has arrived in Kerala as well. The COVID vaccine arrived at the Cochin airport. It happened through a Go Air flight for the first phase of the vaccination. The first batch contains 2,99,500 Covishield vaccines reaching Cochin. These vaccines will then be sent to the vaccine stores in Ernakulam as well as Kozhikode. And of these, 1,100 vaccines will be sent also to Mahe and Puducherry. And by the evening, 1,34,000 vaccine consignments from Indigo flights will be delivered to Thiruvananthapuram airport. 4,35,500 vaccines will be delivered to the state under the nationwide COVID vaccination campaign to be held on January 16. 133 vaccine centers have been established in Kerala for the vaccination. A consignment of vaccines has reached Bhopal. 94,000 units of the vaccine has reached Bhopal, and these have reached Bhopal in 8 boxes. The vaccines will be delivered to Indore and Jabalpur with the help of an aircraft. The vaccines will be delivered by road on the 14th of January in the state's Gwalior district. A total of 5,06,000 vaccines are to be delivered in the first phase of the vaccination in the state. 94,000 will be delivered in Bhopal, 1,52,000 in Indore, 1,51,000 in Jabalpur, 1,09,500 in Gwalior. The first consignment of the corona vaccine has reached Tripura's capital Agartala. The consignment has been sent to the vaccine cold chain center. It will be delivered to 15 vaccine centers located in 8 major districts of the state.
56,500 वैक्सीन आए हैं, उसको डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज एलोकेशन आ गया है। अभी हम लोग उसको काउंट करके जैसे जैसे डिस्ट्रिक्ट से व्हीकल्स आएंगे सिक्योरिटी के साथ हम लोग डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आज ही भेज देंगे। अपनी तरफ से पूरी तरीके से तैयार हैं। 16 तारीख को बस हम लोग लॉन्च होंगे। आइस पैक्स में आया है, टेम्परेचर मेंटेन रहता है, तो वहाँ से हमारे इंसुलेटेड वैन्स होते हैं इस प्रकार के, जैसा आपने देखा अभी। उसके अलावा अभी आइस पैक में है तो वो 72 आवर्स तक उसमें रह सकते हैं।
Meanwhile, the member health of Niti Aayog, Dr. V.K. Paul, has said that both authorized vaccines, Covaxin and Covishield, are safe, effective, they're pocket-friendly, and there should be no doubt about any of them. They are the safest vaccines which have been tested on thousands of people, is what he said.
ये दोनों वैक्सीन सेफेस्ट ऑफ द वैक्सीन, इनका अगर आप डेटा देखें, हज़ारों व्यक्तियों में इनको टेस्ट किया गया है, दोनों वैक्सीन को कुल मिला के अगर आप देखें तो साइड इफ़ेक्ट्स आर नेग्लिजिबल। और किसी भी जितने भी वैक्सीन हैं हमारे टेटनस टॉक्सर से लेके हेपेटाइटिस तक, तो उनके साथ भी अगर आप कंपेयर करेंगे तो ये उनमें कम से कम साइड इफ़ेक्ट्स वाले, एडवर्स इफ़ेक्ट वाले वैक्सीन हैं। कोई रिस्क नहीं है। देयर इज़ नो रिस्क ऑफ एनी सिग्निफिकेंस। लेट्स बी रीअश्योर्ड, गिव दिस मैसेज।
And according to the Indian Council of Medical Research, a total of 18,34,89,114 samples were tested for COVID-19 so far, of which 8,36,227 samples were tested yesterday. Moving on then, the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana has successfully completed 5 years of operations today. The scheme benefits farmers who face crop losses due to various reasons. The scheme was conceived as a milestone initiative to provide a comprehensive risk solution to the lowest uniform premium across the country for farmers. The Government of India is committed towards protecting the interests of the farmers. The premium cost over and above the farmer share is equally subsidized by states and the Government of India. However, GOI shares 90% of the premium subsidy for the northeast states. This is to promote the uptake in that region. The average sum insured per hectare has increased from 15,100 rupees during the pre-Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana scheme to 40,700 rupees under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana scheme. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, it's an important initiative to secure the hard-working farmers from the vagaries of nature. He tweeted, and I quote, "The Yojana has increased coverage, mitigated risk and benefited crores of farmers. I congratulate all beneficiaries of the scheme." How has Fasal Bima Yojana ensured greater benefit to farmers? How has transparency been furthered in settlement of claims? These and other aspects related to Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana have been answered through innovative content on Namo app's Your Voice section. The Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar has said that agriculture is one of the most important occupations in the country. He said that agriculture has provided help. It's proved to be able to take care of the nation in any adverse situation.
आदि आबादी को कृषि का क्षेत्र ही रोजगार प्रदान करता है। अर्थव्यवस्था की दृष्टि से देखें तो कोविड के संकट में भी कृषि क्षेत्र ने अपनी अर्थव्यवस्था की प्रासंगिकता को सिद्ध किया है और साथ ही साथ कृषि का क्षेत्र किसी भी प्रतिकूल अवस्था का मुकाबला करने के लिए पूरी तरह तैयार रहता है। ये हम सब लोगों के लिए निश्चित रूप से सौभाग्य की बात है।
Talking of the benefits that farmers have got under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, the minister said that 25 crore farmers have benefited from the scheme. Also 86,000 crore rupees assistance has been given to farmers as part of the scheme.
फसल बीमा योजना ये किसानों के लिए प्रतिकूल प्राकृतिक परिस्थितियों में एक बड़ा सुरक्षा कवच है, जिसका लाभ देश भर में किसानों को मिल रहा है। क्रॉप इंश्योरेंस ऐप के माध्यम से भी यह सुविधा किसानों को प्रदान की गई है कि वो अपनी स्थिति को कभी भी देख सकें, जांच सकें, किसानों के भुगतान ठीक समय पर हो सकें, राज्यों का केंद्र का काम कम हो सके और ईमानदारी से पूरे पारदर्शी ढंग से उनके नुकसान का मूल्यांकन किया जा सके। इसके लिए सैटेलाइट का उपयोग भी करना प्रारंभ किया है। उसके भी एक अच्छे परिणाम आज हम सब लोगों के सामने आ रहे हैं। अभी तक इस योजना में 25 करोड़ से अधिक किसान बीमित हो चुके हैं। प्रतिवर्ष लगभग 5 करोड़ किसान नए जुड़ रहे हैं।
The Pradhan Mantri Kisan Bima Yojana has, the Fasal Bima Yojana that is, it's completed 5 years successfully and the scheme is reaping a lot of benefits for the farmers. Let's listen to some of them.
We have a land of 5 acres on which we used to do paddy farming. This year we had to face huge loss due to water, but Prime Minister Kisan Bima Yojana has helped us a lot. We got benefit of 10,000 under the scheme. I want to thank PM for helping us.
Last year we faced a massive loss due to heavy rainfall. Our crop of vegetable were destroyed. Kisan Bima Yojana has actually helped us. We got money under the scheme. We are poor farmers.
मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी का बहुत शुक्रिया अदा करता हूँ। इन्होंने जो
I want to thank PM Modi. His scheme PM Kisan Bima has helped us. Our crop depends on a weather condition and we face loss due to inappropriate weather condition. But this scheme gives us a compensation which help us cope with loss due to crop failure.
टाइम पे ना हो तो हमारी फसलें खराब हो जाती हैं।
In a major political development, Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa inducted 7 new ministers into his cabinet. Murgesh Nirani, Umesh Katti, Arvind Limbavali, MTB Nagaraj, R. Sankar, C.P. Yogeshwar, S. Angara took oath of office and secrecy. Karnataka Governor today administered the oath of office to the 7 ministers. Earlier, B.S. Yediyurappa had held discussions with the BJP top brass in Delhi. Well, the death toll in the Morena Hooch tragedy has reached 20. The district collector and superintendent of police from there have been removed with immediate effect in connection with the deaths due to the poisonous liquor. The decision was taken after the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan held a high-level meeting over this incident earlier. In an investigation, 7 accused have been arrested and a search is on to nab 5 others who are allegedly involved in the case. State home officials will visit Marina today to take stock of the situation. Prasar Bharati has today clarified that no all India radio station is being closed anywhere in the country. Taking a serious note of the false reporting and fake news regarding this, the Prasar Bharati has made it clear that these reports are baseless and factually incorrect. Prasar Bharati has further stated that no all India radio station is being downgraded or converted anywhere in the country, in any state or union territory. All India radio stations will continue to originate local programming in line with linguistic, socio-cultural and demographic diversity. Retail inflation for December data, for which was released, offers some relief for the common man, with price levels easing to a 15-month low of 4.59%. This is on account of a dip in food inflation, and with this, the headline inflation rate has slipped back into the Reserve Bank of India's target band, which is 2 to 6%. This happened for the first time in 9 months. The vegetable prices fell 10.41% from a year ago in December. Cereals were up only 0.98% as the data showed. Core inflation, this excludes food and fuel items. This was estimated at around 5.70% for the month. The billionaire Elon Musk's led Tesla has registered a subsidiary company in India for electrical vehicles. The electrical vehicle eyes to take part in the largely untapped domestic sustainable automobile market. The new entity, Tesla India Motors and Energy Private Limited, is registered in Bengaluru, Karnataka, and it's classified as a subsidiary of a foreign company. Tesla has named Vaibhav Taneja, Venkatraman Sriram and David John Feinstein as 3 directors in the newly formed entity in the country. The Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari said in late December that Tesla will begin its operations in India early this year, with sales and then venture into assembly and manufacturing of electric cars. Ola, Mahindra, Hero and Hyundai have already started their operations in this segment. Some international news. Well, the U.S. House of Representatives has passed a legislation. They passed a resolution, in fact. This is to request the Vice President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution to impeach President Donald Trump. The chamber will meet at 7:30 p.m. India time tomorrow to take up impeachment vote against Trump. The resolution came in the wake of Trump supporters storming the U.S. Capitol last week. But earlier, the U.S. Vice President Mike Pence rejected the call in a letter to Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker, on Tuesday. In that letter, Mike Pence said that he's opposed to invoking the 25th Amendment to remove President Donald Trump from office. He said that he does not believe that such a course of action is in the best interest of our nation or consistent with our Constitution. Donald Trump will be succeeded by Joe Biden. In fact, on the 20th of January, Biden is a Democrat. Well, the video sharing app YouTube has also banned U.S. President Donald Trump's content from being posted on Donald Trump's channel for at least a week over a violation of its policies, is what it says. This is the latest move by a social media giant to crack down on President Donald Trump following last week's Capitol Hill riots. YouTube, in a statement on Twitter, said, and I quote, "After review and in light of concerns about the ongoing potential for violence, we removed new content uploaded to Donald J. Trump's channel for violating our policies. It now has its first strike and is temporarily prevented from uploading new content for a minimum of 7 days. The comments section has also been disabled," the app has stated further. The decision comes days after Trump was banned on Twitter. That is his personal account. The real Donald Trump was banned on Twitter, and this was one of the first platforms that banned him. Others followed suit. The Trump administration has said that it is releasing millions of COVID-19 vaccine doses that it had been holding back for second shots and urged states to offer them to all Americans over the age of 65 or those with chronic health conditions. The State Department of Health and Human Services is informed that the U.S. Pace of inoculations has risen to 700,000 shots per day, and it's expected to rise to 100 million per day within a week or 10 days. China is stepping up measures to contain a possible widespread coronavirus outbreak in areas surrounding the capital, Beijing, with Langfang city in Hubei province put under lockdown. Beijing also shut highways from the neighboring province amid rising infections. In a news briefing, Hubei authorities said that a total of about 22 million people in 3 cities, Shijiazhuang, Xingtai, Langfang, they've been placed under COVID-19 lockdown. Vehicles and people in these cities, they are allowed to leave unless they're not allowed to leave, I beg your pardon, unless necessary. Since January 2, the Hubei province has reported a total of 326 COVID-19 cases as of Tuesday and 234 asymptomatic carriers. The majority of the new cases have been recorded in Shijiazhuang, and about 103 healthcare workers, professionals there from 5 provinces have arrived to take help of local medical staff. So some 20,000 residents from Hubei province is Shijiazhuang's Goqing district have been put in centralized quarantine. The residents from other cities were encouraged not to enter Beijing amid the outbreak. Beijing has extended its quarantine policy to 21 days. The recent spate of asymptomatic cases has raised concerns. It's also prompted authorities to introduce strict containment measures. Over 1 million people in Beijing had received the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine. Safety of the capital Beijing remains the top priority for the government of China. The Japanese government plans to expand a state of emergency that it declared for the Tokyo area last week to 7 additional prefectures in an effort to stem the spread of COVID-19. The move comes after the governors of Osaka, Hyogo, Aichi and other hard-hit prefectures requested the government to issue the emergency state, which gives local authorities the legal basis to place restrictions on residents' movements and businesses. Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga has been wary about taking measures that would hamper economic activity, while he has put on a brave face against the mounting challenges of hosting the delayed Olympics in Tokyo this year. The government is due to hold a meeting with an advisory panel today to decide on the expanded state of emergency. The latest emergency declaration is much narrower in scope than the first one last spring and focuses on combating transmission in bars and restaurants while urging people to stay home as much as possible. The emergency state is set to last through February 7. Japan has seen some 2.92 lakh coronavirus cases and 4.094 deaths so far. South Korea has sent COVID-19 tests to Bolivia, one of Latin America's poorest countries, as it awaits the arrival of coronavirus vaccines. Bolivia's richer neighbors like Chile and Argentina have already begun vaccinating its population, and La Paz hopes to get vaccinations into the country in late January. The Russia Direct Investment Fund has agreed to supply Bolivia with enough of its 2-dose Sputnik V coronavirus vaccine to vaccinate 2.6 million people, marking the South American nation's first major vaccine deal. The Latin American country has also signed up for the Global COVID Initiative, which is backed by the World Health Organization and seeks to ensure equitable distribution of vaccines. The government has said that it is hopeful of vaccinating up to 20% of its population in the first quarter of the next year through COVAX, which is that government collaboration. The Tokyo Olympics will be held on from July 23rd this year. This is with or without COVID-19 as planned. The Tokyo 2020 Organizing Committee President Yoshihiro Mori has said that these games, he said that the games will not be put off to 2024 or even to 2032, as some rumors had said. The president added that the successful opening of the games will be the symbol of conquering the virus and the first light after the darkest night. So Japan has repeatedly insisted that it will be holding the games, despite opinion polls showing a majority of the respondents want them to postpone the games once again or even to cancel them. The Japanese government and the International Olympic Committee have decided in March last year to postpone the Olympics, the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, by a year because of the pandemic. They agreed that a second delay was out of the question. The nation celebrates the festival of Lohri today, Punjabi folk festival. Lohri, it marks the passing of the winter solstice. So Lohri is celebrated to welcome the longer days and the sun's journey to the northern hemisphere by Sikhs and Hindus in Punjab and also other parts of the Indian subcontinent. The day is observed every year on January 13, which is the day before the festival of Makar Sankranti. People in Andhra Pradesh's Vijayawada celebrated the festival by dancing around a bonfire and distributing corn. Well, Pongal festivities in Tamil Nadu also began with Bhogi. It's dedicated to Lord Indra, the god of rains. Bhogi is the first day of the 4-day long Pongal festival, and on this day people renovate their homes, they discard old clothes and other useless household items. They throw them into the bonfire created by burning wood and cow dung cakes. It usually symbolizes getting rid of the old and negative things from one's life and starting afresh. It's people wearing new clothes. They chant together around the holy fire. People draw rangolis and kolam designs in front of their houses. They decorate them with marigold garlands, with mango leaves as well, believed to be auspicious, creating positive energy in their houses. They exchange delicacies made at their homes with their neighbors and their other families. So prayers are also offered at temples on the occasion, and the blessings of Lord Indra are sought for a good agricultural season and year ahead. The farmers in fact pray to the deity for good rains in the upcoming season to receive a good harvest, and they worship their plows and other farm equipment on this day as well. And with that we conclude this bulletin. Thanks for your time. Namaskar.